everyone, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick and we're on the Commodore Amiga this time round. We're going to be looking at StarRay. Yes, that's StarRay, all as one word, or is it two words? They seem to think it's one word. Well, anyway, published by Logotron in 1988. It's a Defender clone, so Defender from the arcades 1981. Also come out on the Atari ST and the Commodore 64, I believe. For the US, it was released in 1989, a year later, and it's called Revenge of Defender. So you might be looking at this and thinking, hang on a minute, that's Revenge of Defender. Well, it's StarRay over in these parts. So here we go. Gorgeous background there, parallax scrolling it looks. If you're unfamiliar with Defender, it's a 2D horizontal scroller. You can go in either direction with this ship. You've got your radar below there, that hexagon with all the yellow dots on, and we must blow all of them up. Now, they'll be trying to go down and hijack our power units, I think, and we must stop them and clear them. You do have some bombs indicated on the bottom left there, and by pressing the second fire button on the joystick, I believe you can do a smart bomb. So we might do that a bit later on, but I'll try and hang off as long as possible and try and use my skills. Oh dear. Now, as soon as you cleared the first wave, then the second wave will come along. My strength is represented by that green bar, which all looks pretty healthy, so I've got off to a good start, and the wave is cleared. Hurrah! Good stuff. I was worried I'd die straight away, a bit like another Defender clone called Data Storm. Let's check that one out. This looks very, very pretty. We'll see how we get on here. I'm not minding it so far, although it's not knocking my socks off the game, but it does look rather attractive. Right, here we go. I don't think it was a big seller back in the day, being a clone as it was. So we're on some sort of alien planet, and as I say, oh dear, took a big hit there. The energy bar's gone yellow. Can we get past wave 2? That must be the aim of the whole review. Did you have this game back in the day, either on the Amiga, Atari or the Commodore 64? I'm not sure if it did come out on anything else. If it did and you owned it, then by all means let me know. Shoot, kabam, kabloom. They're technical words you might want to write down, as my fighter has been destroyed. Game over. Yeah, sorry about that. Game over. We'll have a few goes. This won't be a super long review because there's not much to see, to be honest with you. If you know Defender, you'll know this game. Don't know too much about Logotron, but 1988 space fighting. Looks like a bit of care's taken with this clone. The backgrounds, as I say, are absolutely marvellous, but it's there's something about it. It's not making me excited in any way, but I was never a big Defender fan back in the day anyway. I did like the old arcade version. I don't know what I've done here. Restart at level 4, that might help us. Yeah, okay. Last game option, maybe we have to have that selected as well, I don't know. Now, presumably, once you get past a number of screens, the background will change. Let me know if that does happen, because I don't know any cheats for this game, so we can't do a level skip to see what that would be like. But I guess it must be, because it wouldn't have taken up too much of the disk space, I don't imagine. Try and get through here. So we're shooting these aliens. I don't know why they're taking our power units. In the original Defender, they were kidnapping people from the ground and zipping off with them in a very unfriendly way. I was just checking to see if I can get on these power units and recharge my shield. My shield's not down to anything at the moment, so I'll give that a go. But I think I'm getting a bit desperate here. And we've seen all the gameplay we have to see in about 3 or 4 minutes, so that's about it. So it isn't too much of this to this game. I don't know if it's a full price thing or anything like that. It's space, so if you're into your space shooters, I suppose you may have played this for a couple of minutes or so. Oh, what's that? So a few varied aliens here. That's firing different bits of shrapnel at us. Still quite a lot of yellow things on the radar. That's very helpful. As soon as things bump into us or hit us, of course. Well, that might have been a power-up that I just shot. Yes, let me know about that one as well. What is your favourite Defender clone on the Commodore Amiga? Is it Data Storm? Is it Defender 2? Is it something else? Let me know. I say Defender 2. I think that might have been a public domain game. I'm not sure. May have reviewed it. I'm going a bit... my brain's going a little bit in my old age. So we're on some crazy jagged moon. Looks like it's from something like from Red Dwarf or something. There's the sun or another moon up in the atmosphere. Unless this, of course, is Earth, someplace I've never visited. It's definitely not round the corner anyway. Graphics on the ship are acceptable. It's shooting like the game in Defender from the arcade, so that is good. 1981. 7 years later though, this 1988. Not too much you can do with Defender beyond this sort of thing. So how many dots we got on the map as I've been jibber jabbering? Shield not looking very clever. About 1, 2. Don't count the dot that's me. Let's wait here for that thing to turn up. Any moment. There it is. Oh, what's the other thing that's for? Oh dear, we're kaboomed and kabatted. I might have to start being less conservative on the smart bomb. Fire button to blam. Let's put our name in and we'll go once more into the breach. I'm a bit ambivalent with this game, as some I am. I can see it's nice and coded well, but I don't really. It's not gripping me as a game. I'm a little bit bored, but that's just Defender, really, isn't it? There's not too much of Defender beyond that. As we collect a red power up, I'm not sure we're starting at level 4. Yeah, sound on. We'll keep that on. View game screen. Well, I don't want it to be black. That might be tricky. Anyway, so it's a slightly customizable to a small degree. Well, there's lots of different moons in the background. There's another 2, there's a 3rd one, and another big one. So it's definitely not Earth then. We've established that. Hurrah! What is your favourite horizontal shooter? I did do a video quite a while ago about my favourite top 10 horizontal shooters, but there was a few I hadn't played by that point that you let me know existed. And I've since played them, so I might have to update that at some point in time. Well, we can't update it in anything else. It'll have to be in time. Score 1800. Still a big gap there in blue that I can extend that score by, which we probably aren't going to do. Yes, it plays a bit like a public domain game, but with a better graphic on it. Wave 1. Now, it is a bit tricky on the Commodore Amiga. There's a hub of really awesome games. And when you first start reviewing games, you'll hit all of those, which I'm doing with other systems at the moment. The Atari 2600, Commodore 64, Sega Genesis. Then after a while, after you get to about a few hundred, you start playing the games that weren't really that popular or little known. And occasionally you might hit a gem. So that's why it gets a struggle as you get into the hundreds. And this is, this is one of them. Game over. We'll have one last go. But I'm sure there's a few hidden gems I've still got to play. A few games I haven't been able to get work, which I'll come back to every now and again and see if something magical happens. Cannon Fodder is just one of them. Gods is another one. Right, gotta love those bitmap brothers. Gods. I don't think there's anything else I can do there, to be honest with you. Resume like a legume. I'm no vegetable. Oh God, right. Yeah, I'm trying to do the smart bomb, folks, and it's bringing me back to this menu. I don't know why. Well, that was the smart bomb. It all went a bit weird then. That wasn't very smooth at all, was it, really? I'm not overly impressed with that, but at least we know it works. And I've got no smart bombs left. What an amazing effect that was. So use that as we skim along the bottom, trying to kill ourselves so we can get to another go and use the smart bomb. We will just have one last go so I can use the smart bomb properly, maybe. Right, doomed. Right, I know I said before it was my last go. This will definitely be my last go. We want to get the maximum smart bomb effect. As I always say, these aren't walkthroughs, these reviews. I don't know why I have to keep saying it, but I do. And it's just reflecting my first or second go, so don't message me on any social media telling me all the stuff I'm doing wrong, because no doubt I'm doing loads wrong. I haven't got time to change all that. It's for fun, it's for, to relieve stress. That's the idea anyway. Right, come on ship. Give me everything you've got. If this was a Millennium Falcon or an X-Wing, I'd probably enjoy it more, although the gameplay would be exactly the same, and these things flying on could be TIE fighters, because a lot of the time, a kid's imagination will add a great deal to the game on top of what's already there, if you give them a chance. With a Star Wars skin on this, because I'm a big Star Wars fan, then yes, that would have been awesome. Come on, ship. Yes. It's getting a bit tiresome now, isn't it, the gameplay? We'll just try and get off wave 2. I think that'll be a good level of success. And then we'll say goodbye to StarRay forever. StarRay. It's like a ray of stars. It must have been quite tricky with the volume of games back in the day. to actually think of a name that hadn't already been used. There is sometimes you come up to some duplication, especially on the ZX Spectrum. Right, okay, so we've got 3 more smart bombs given to us for completing that level. Score's 2390, that's not bad for a newbie. Yes, there we go, smart bomb power. Should have been using that from the start, really. If it's going to give you more smart bombs every time you complete a wave, you might as well get as many of the complicated stuff on the screen as possible and hit smart bomb for all you're worth. There's not too much left here. We've still got 2 smart bombs, so let's get something a bit, causes quite a bit of aggravation on the screen and blow that up so we don't have to use skill to destroy it, and then we'll be away and we'll see what wave 3 is like. That's the plan. Let's try and stick to that. Do you like this game? Do you think it's a bit boring? Let me know. I'm getting a bit bored with it. You know. But that's just me. Wave 2 complete. There we go. So the smart bombs did happen, and wave 3 seems identical to wave 2. Probably have to do about 5 waves for the scenery changes, maybe. Yeah. Now this is struggling now to make this entertaining. I've run out of things to say. I'm just going to waffle on like a madman normally, like a disease that all Radio 1 DJs have got. So if you want to employ me as a Radio 1 DJ, you know there's going to be no dead silence on the air. Hooray, that's what you want, isn't it? And someone playing the occasional record. I can do that. You just press a button. Yes, look me up. I'm on Twitter. Boom, boom, boom. Right, we haven't got too much energy left, which is quite good to see for a change. Wave 3, and wave 3 is where we die. So I hope you liked having a look at that one. We won't have another go this time. That was StarRay on the Commodore Amiga, published by Logotron in 1988 and based on the arcade cabinet Defender in 1981. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always welcome. Huge thank you to everyone that's subscribed to the channel so far. If you haven't already, please consider doing so, because that helps massively. There's patreon.com/njenkins if you want to help the channel a bit more. And till next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.